1230 KXO El Centro.
I'm Omar Reese with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The destruction caused by Hurricane Ida forced the Saints to leave Louisiana and begin 3 days of practice at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Head coach Sean Payton says he does not believe the team will be able to return to Louisiana until at least next week. Meantime, Saints owner Gale Benson is donating $1 million to help with hurricane recovery efforts. Elsewhere, Carson Wentz, quest to return for Week 1, hit a snag Monday when he was placed on the reserve COVID-19 list. The Colts quarterback came in contact with a team staff member who tested positive. He could return in 5 days with repeated negative tests. Roster cutdowns continued Monday, and Miami released center Matt Skura and linebacker Bernardrick McKinney, while Detroit let go former first-round pick Rashad Perriman. Another former first-rounder also on the move as the Bengals traded center Billy Price to the Giants for defensive lineman B.J. Hill. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
When you're ready to buy something, the first thing you do is go online. But buying a home is different. You've got loan applications, pre-approvals, competing offers, the list goes on. That's where a Realtor comes in. Realtors have expertise and local knowledge to give you a competitive edge that a search bar just can't. And in today's market, an edge is what you need. So when you're ready to buy a home, the first thing to do is make sure you have an agent who's a Realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
In here, there are seasonal savings throughout the Home Depot, so you can get back out there for more doing. In here, it's a Weber Spirit Grill. Out there, it's the dinner bell for your next neighborhood cookout. In here, it's a gallon of exclusive Bear Scuff Defense paint and a Lillard White vanity. Out there, it's a rejuvenated guest bath ready for guests. Get back for more doing with store-wide savings for house-wide doing. Only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Good day, sunshine. It's another beautiful day in my neighborhood. It is a Tuesday, 31st day of August, 2021. Last day of the month. Yeah. And then we hit September. Somewhere in the middle of September, we start hitting some west winds. Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for, isn't it? Yeah, with a cooling trend. Yeah. That's kind of what we're hoping for. Yeah, none of this yucky stuff with the humidity and the high temperatures. Oh, well. Yeah, but, think back. It's pretty much normal for this time of year. Oh, and dove season starts tomorrow. Yeah, good luck if you're a dove hunter. Yeah, good luck to the doves as well. Yeah, well, maybe they need that. We've got to look at world and California news, local news, sports, financial news, weather. Got all sorts of stuff coming your way. We'll go in depth on the weather, give you an idea of what to expect. So far, we've had pretty much just the humidity without the rain. Yeah, and again, last night I heard a little bit of thunder, Gene.
I did too. The thunder rolls, as they say.
But I didn't see any rain.
No. Well, a spot here, 4 feet, one over there.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Okay.
4 feet between spots, drop.
Yes. This is the day that they have been pointing at for rain. So we'll see what happens.
Blaming it on today.
Yes.
Pointing their finger. Okay.
I suppose. Anyway, we'll keep an eye, and I can tell you Highway 78 is open, so they didn't get much rain along the river.
Much up there either.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yes. Okay, are you ready for birthdays?
Birthdays are ready.
Okay, drummer Jerry Allison of Buddy Holly and the Crickets is 82. Van Morrison, 76. Violinist Itzhak Perelman is 76. Actor Richard Gere, 72. Actor Stephen Henderson is 72. Actor Jaime Gomez is 56. Singer Debbie Gibson, 51. Ah, yes, she's not so strange anymore, is she?
No.
Bass player Greg Richling of the Wallflowers is 51. Actor Zach Ward is 51. He was one of the kids in A Christmas Story. Okay.
I will take your word for it.
Okay. And, all I want's a Red Ryder BB gun, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Or a Red Flyer bicycle.
I did get a red wagon, a Radio Flyer red wagon.
Radio Flyer, yeah.
For my birthday, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking forward to that. Actor Chris Tucker is 49. Actor Sarah Ramirez is 46. We got local birthdays. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's say happy birthday to Adela Provencio, Amanda Gonzalez, Sam Perez, Eric Torres, Joel Pacheco, Natalia Green, Hilda Baeza, Celia Felix Amesquita, Tamara DeVault, Dr. George Farid, Diane Cruz, Giselle Hunt, Vincent Payares, Vanessa Abarca, Christina Lomax, Rosa Juarez, Eloida Cruz, Gracie Lopez, Liliana Cianes, Ramona Ramirez, Ricardo Beltran Jr., Rosa Ahumada, Wesley Dykeman, and Rosa Ruiz. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay. Happy birthday.
Happy.
Yes. Let's see. Research from Magnify Money shows 32% of stockholders say they were drunk while buying and selling stocks. The survey finds the simplicity of mobile apps makes it easier to trade stocks while multitasking.
How much money did we spend to do that research?
I don't know, but it's exciting. I mean, day trading and day drinking are now considered multitasking, right?
Yeah, they're interchangeable.
Sure. Oh, boy. And two Rolling Stones legends, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, are paying tribute to the late drummer Charlie Watts by posting photos on Twitter. Yeah. Watts died last week at the age of 80. And think about it. It's been kind of a crazy year. Charlie Watts is dead, but somehow Keith Richards is still alive.
Well, it's been a phenomenon for some time.
Yes. And there is some discussion about that, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Watts really, he had two different lives. He had the rock and roll band drummer, but he was also a jazz aficionado.
Yeah. And what we have heard is a true gentleman. I've heard that forever. So must be some truth to it. Okay. We've got lots of news. Are you ready?
We've got lots of news here, there, everywhere.
Yeah, news around your neighborhood.
And everybody's neighborhood.
Yes.
Stay with us.
We've got to look at world and California news to begin with, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist for repairs or replacement. It's Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News Brief. Now that the U.S. is out of Afghanistan, the Taliban is under pressure to get Kabul airport up and running again. The BBC's Sekunder Kermani is there.
A number of Western countries have been talking to the Taliban and saying that if they want international legitimacy, one of the key issues is allowing the safe passage of those Afghans who want to leave the country.
Gas stations, supermarkets, and hospitals in parts of Mississippi and Louisiana are running on backup generators 2 days after Hurricane Ida tore through. Dr. Mark Klein at Children's Hospital, New Orleans.
We lost main power 2 days ago now, but we're running on auxiliary power. So all of the patient care areas are lit and the equipment is running normally.
Elizabeth Holmes' fraud trial begins with jury selection today. CBS's Lisa Mateo.
The disgraced founder of the blood testing startup Theranos faces questions over whether she knew about the problems with the company's devices and if she intentionally misled investors about the technology.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. The entire resort city of South Lake Tahoe ordered to evacuate. Communities across the state line in Nevada warned to be ready to leave as the Calder fire moves closer. Fire crews working together to try to slow it down.
It's been burning in heavy timber in Deep Canyon Gorge of the Highway 50 corridor between South Lake Tahoe and Sacramento.
Emergency Services Director Mark Ilarducci. Additional strike teams arrived just after dark. Many of the new firefighters immediately dispatched to protect homes in the Christmas Valley area about 10 miles from South Lake Tahoe. Jury selection in San Jose today in the trial of Elizabeth Holmes, accused of taking investors' money for a blood testing technology that turned out to be fraudulent. Her defense reportedly that she was in an abusive relationship with company COO Sonny Balwani.
Holmes claims Balwani controlled what she ate, how she dressed, how much money she could spend, and with whom she could interact.
Correspondent Megan Teresi. In lower temperatures, calmer wind conditions in the forecast today. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. Hey, you got a friend in the business. Lock Air Conditioning and custom sheet metal.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. So a friend told me about Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and his exact words were, "It changed my life. I used to spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to remove tomato sauce from inside our microwave and soap scum off the bathtub. It's like seriously magic, and my secret weapon for cleaning the kitchen, bathroom, doors and walls, and even keeping my sneakers clean. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Greatest invention ever. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the unicorn of cleaning.
You're ready to get out and get moving. And whether it's surfing, playing tennis, or hiking every path you can find, you're going to need some essential new gear. Essentials that are even more rewarding with the Bank of America customized cash rewards credit card. You can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. The essentials have never felt more rewarding. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Tuesday, Gonzalo Jurado is going to call it a career as the police chief of Calexico. George Gale filed this story.
The official announcement will be at the Kxo City Council meeting Wednesday night. At that time, the chief will read a prepared statement. Plans to retire were originally reported in the Kxo Chronicle. The chief confirmed the report in a text message Sunday evening. Chief Chalo mentioned his intentions at an event over the weekend. He officially submitted a letter to the Kxo City manager on August 16th, describing his intention to call it a career in December. The chief says he wants to spend more time with his family, among other issues, as his reason to retire when his contract is up at the end of the year. In December, the chief will have served over 30 years with the Kxo Police Department. He says he will assist in the search for a replacement to his position, even if he has to stay on past his retirement date. For more information on these and other local news stories, go to the KXO website. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
U.S. Border Patrol agents rescued a mother and a 5-year-old child that were lost after illegally crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. At about 5:30 a.m. Monday, agents were notified that a mother and a 5-year-old child were lost and had no water. Border Patrol agents were able to locate the pair about 30 minutes later, just 100 feet north of the international boundary. The mother and child, both Ecuadorian nationals, were medically evaluated and will be processed accordingly. Earlier Monday, a group of 4 individuals, 4 men and women, were rescued after becoming lost and having no water. The 4 had crossed the border in the mountainous area west of Ocotillo. The 4 were transported to the El Centro Processing Center for evaluation. KXO News Time for 7:42.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center is ready to take care of your automotive service needs. Tires, brakes, batteries, AC service, alignments, lube oil and filter change, and more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
Continuing with more local news, vaccine doses continue to increase. Here's more on that story.
They continue to go up in Imperial County. According to numbers released on Monday morning, there have now been over 237,000 doses of COVID vaccine administered in Imperial County. A vaccine is available for all those 12 years and up. Local health officials say juvenile cases of COVID-19 have increased dramatically in the Imperial County as well as the rest of the nation. Vaccines are available at the South 4th Street Complex in El Centro every Tuesday and Thursday. They will be available through September. They are free and no appointments are needed. Vaccines are also available at various pharmacies, Veterans Memorial Hall in Imperial, and from a private caregiver. Vaccination could very well prevent COVID victims from being hospitalized or dying from the virus. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
An Arizona man suffered major injuries in a Monday afternoon traffic accident. The accident occurred at about 3 p.m. on eastbound Interstate 8 by the Inkopah off-ramp. According to the California Highway Patrol, a full-size SUV ran off the road, overturned, and burst into flames. The accident blocked both eastbound lanes of the freeway for over an hour. The accident remains under investigation. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
1 to get ready.
We're ready.
2 to get set.
Tables are set.
And 3 to go.
Let's go.
Burgers and Beer is ready for you. We are open, and our meals are fresh and made to your order. We are set. Our tables are set. Our condiment trays are fresh, stocked, and chilled. Our doors are open, and it's go time. Come in and enjoy all your favorites at Burgers and Beer. The bacon is sizzling, the fries are frying, the burgers are cooking, and all of the beverages are ice cold. It's a good day at Burgers and Beer.
It's Page 2 of the Local News and in-depth weather. We'll tell you about the weather coming up. It's all brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, auto, and home insurance needs as well.
In other local news, another strike team heads north. Here's more on that story.
The team departed the valley at 3 yesterday morning. They were headed to the Caldor fire in the El Dorado Forest near the Nevada border in Northern California. Strike team consists of fire crews from El Centro, Brawley, Holtville, Chuckawalla State Prison, and the Yuma Fire Departments. At last report, the Caldor fire had burned over 177,260 acres and was 14% contained. Strike team is expected to spend up to 2 weeks assisting in efforts to combat that blaze. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, if you're wondering, dove season opens tomorrow. That's Wednesday. The first part of the 2021 dove season is expected to bring hunters to the Imperial Valley for the chance to hunt the elusive birds. Reports indicate that the doves are plentiful throughout the valley, but the recent unsettled weather may make hunting more difficult. The COVID-19 pandemic may also keep the numbers of hunters down. The bag limit for doves is 15 with up to 10 white-winged dove. The possession limit is triple the bag limit. There is no limit on the evasive Eurasian collared doves, and they may be hunted year-round. Hunters are reminded to use only non-leaded ammunition in California. The first part of the season runs September the 1st through the 15th, and then closes until November the 13th, when it reopens through December 27th. Health Department announces they have a new manager. George Gale explains.
He is the new EMS agency manager. Perryville County Health Department says Charles Chuck Pedasa has been named as the new EMS agency manager. In his new position, Pedasa will help lead the emergency medical services system, medical health operational area coordinator program, and emergency preparations and injury prevention programs under the EMS agency. The Brawley native began his career with the City of Brawley Fire Department in 1994 as a call-paid firefighter before becoming full-time a firefighter in 1996. He worked his way through the ranks, eventually becoming fire chief from 2012 to 2019. Throughout his career, Pedasa received certifications in fire investigations, hazardous materials specialist, fire marshal, public education in fire service, fire officer, a chief officer, and a paramedic. He also has degrees in applied fire science and fire science. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to buying insurance, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being an independent broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and health plans, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services can find the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about you. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance review. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, a flash flood watch is in effect for the Imperial and Yuma valleys through early tomorrow morning. Scattered to widespread showers and thunderstorms will occur today over the entire region. Locally heavy rainfall capable of producing flash flooding is expected, but localized damaging wind gusts will also be possible. A drying trend will begin on Thursday. Today, it'll be mostly sunny with a high near 102. South-southeast wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 80. South wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming north after midnight. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 101. Northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south in the morning. 88 degrees, 59% relative humidity, wind out of the east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plan and Medicare supplement coverage. Here's an important announcement from El Centro Motors. Ford F-150 pickups are in short supply right now, but they will be arriving on our showroom floor soon. So, El Centro Motors has a deal for you. Get 72 months, 0% financing on Ford F-150 pickups. Go online to the El Centro Motors website. Check out the inventory of F-150s on the way. Pick the one you want. Come on into El Centro Motors and place your order, and you still qualify for 0% financing for 72 months. They're on the way, so pick the one you want. El Centro Motors, it's just that easy. It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Padres beat the Diamondbacks 7-5. Chris Paddock pitched 4 2/3 innings on his return from the IL. Meanwhile, the Angels slipped by the Yankees 8-7. Twins edged the Tigers 3-2. Cardinals over the Reds 3-1. Phillies beat the Nationals 7-4. Blue Jays bombed the Orioles 7-3. Rays ripped the Red Sox 6-1. Rangers edged the Rockies 4-3. Brewers topped the Giants 3-1. Dodgers dumped the Braves 5-3. And the Astros over the Mariners 4-3.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
NFL news, the Patriots have released Cam Newton. That means rookie Mac Jones is now the Pats starter in Week 1. And in case you're wondering, there was some speculation, but Royce Freeman remains with the Denver Broncos. Freeman, the subject of trade rumors through a lot of the preseason games, but remains with the Broncos. Meanwhile, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are working on a contract restructure for wide receiver Mike Evans, adding cap space for another potential championship run, according to ESPN. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are ushering in a new era in the team's kicking unit. While kicker Chris Boswell's job is safe, he'll have a new supporting cast. The Steelers released punter Jordan Berry and long snapper Cameron Canaday, according to league sources. That means seventh-round pick Presley Harvin III is the punter, and Christian Kuntz, who played at Duquesne, is the team's long snapper. And the NFL Players Association has accepted the NFL's proposal to increase COVID-19 testing for fully vaccinated players amid the ongoing Delta variant surge. One of the tweaks the sides made Monday to their joint protocols, fully vaccinated players will now be tested at least once every 7 days, up from every 14 days, and unvaccinated players will get tested every day. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
High school football returns to AM 1230. Join Carroll, Buckley, and John Triffle as they bring you the action of the Central Spartans and the Southwest Eagles. John and Carroll will feature the best matchup weekly on KXO AM 1230 and on the KXO YouTube channel. High school football is brought to you by
Imperial Valley College, Sam's Auto Body in El Centro, McNeese Mart, the original Town Pump and Brownie's Diner in Brawley.
John and I will be in Palm Desert Friday night. The Aztecs hosting the Central Spartans on AM 1230 KXO. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Hurricane Ida's direct hit on the nation's oil and gasoline industry could send gas prices even higher, exacerbating inflation that's already hurting American consumers. But how much prices will increase and for how long will depend on the extent of damage. The storm hit Louisiana and the Gulf Coast Sunday, killing at least one person and knocking out power to more than 1 million customers. The price of a gallon of regular gas stood at $3.15 Monday. I wish. Yeah, that's the nationwide average, but it will go up. Yeah, count on it. Meanwhile, Zoom video communications was one of the clear winners of the pandemic economy, but as more people return to the office and classroom, the company now faces a bigger challenge, living up to the Wall Street hype. Shares of Zoom plunged more than 15% early today and are now in the red for the year after the company reported results for its fiscal second quarter after the close on Monday. The numbers were good. Earnings easily beat forecasts, so did the revenue. What's the problem then? Sales growth is cooling. Mixed messages coming from Wall Street right now. The Dow Jones Industrial is at 35,401. That's up $1.19. S&P 500 down 280 at 45.25. The NASDAQ off 33 at 15,232. Gold up $2.40 an ounce. Oil down 34 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business, and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro. And if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
We will have mostly sunny skies today with a high near 102, south-southeast wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. There is a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Some of the storms could produce heavy rain. And a flash flood watch remains in effect in the valley through tomorrow. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 80. South wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming north after midnight. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 101. Northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, then turning out of the south. We have 89 degrees downtown El Centro, 59% relative humidity. Wind out of the east-southeast 10 to 15 miles an hour. It's an hour and 30-minute wait at the downtown Calexico Port, 15 minutes entry, 10 minutes pedestrian. An hour at the Eastport, no waiting entry. An hour ready lane, 40 minutes at Andrade. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 56 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
News on the hour. Your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. A struggle that could last a long time is playing out in coastal Louisiana and Mississippi after the beating from Hurricane Ida. CBS's Jim Crisula is in New Orleans.
It seems there's more misery by the minute. Hundreds of thousands are without power, air conditioning, and warm food. Electricity could be out for weeks. Hurricane Ida has been blamed for at least 4 deaths in Louisiana and Mississippi, including 2 people who died when several vehicles plunged into a 20-foot deep hole in southern Mississippi, where a highway had collapsed after torrential rain.
CBS's David Begnaud says a 70-year-old Louisiana man is missing and feared dead after an alligator attack in high water.
The wife told investigators, I saw him being attacked by the alligator. Now, the wife couldn't call 911 because the service was out. So she got in a boat. She flagged down help, and when they came with help, the man's body was gone.
President Biden's due to say more about the end of the American military mission in Afghanistan in a few hours. Navy Rear Admiral Ben Reynolds says one of the last planes out yesterday brought Afghans to Spain.
We had a flight of almost all young women, 18 to 24, from Kabul, many from the university there. It is unbelievable, heartwarming that we're able to help, but also very sad that, all these people may leave their families for quite some time.
CBS's Camilo Montoya Galvez on the stops for some Afghans in the U.S.
50,000 Afghan refugees could be housed at U.S. military bases. That is the maximum capacity that the military has been instructed to build up at these military sites in Wisconsin, Virginia, New Jersey, and New Mexico.
The big wildfire closing in on Lake Tahoe, California is so big and unpredictable, communities across the state line in Nevada are being told evacuations may become necessary. Fire official Brian Newman says containment efforts are limited to the ground.
Due to the smoke conditions, we're not able to fly aircraft. It's limited our ability to bring all of our tools to the fight.
COVID may be grabbing the headlines, but doctors say this could be a bad flu season, and getting vaccinated for that should not be ignored. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
A flu shot lasts about 6 months of immunity, and flu season is normally kind of October to potentially May. So if we can delay it and get it the end of September, beginning of October, I think that's the optimal timing, even though they're available now.
A white Chicago police officer has been put on desk duty as an oversight panel looks into his physical confrontation with a black woman who was walking her dog. It was captured on body cam video. Her attorneys call it racial profiling. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 2 points. The NASDAQ is down about 32 points. This is CBS News.
CBS correspondent Allison Keyes goes deep into social justice issues across the nation on Kaleidoscope, a new podcast from CBS Audio. New episodes every Monday.
It's been tough talking to my doctor about constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. I finally laid all my symptoms out there and how they keep coming back. She said I may have irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. We agreed it's time to try something different.
Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Visit a doctor in person or online. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by Abbey and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
Leaded gasoline for autos now truly is a thing of the past.
Fill her up. Lead-free only. The UN says there's now no country in the world that uses leaded gasoline for cars or trucks. The last holdout, Algeria, banned it last month. For nearly a century, the toxic contaminant was a big cause of heart disease, cancer, and stroke, as well as being linked to impaired brain development in children. The U.S. banned it in the 1980s. Leaded gas is still used in aviation fuel, though. That's the next campaign. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Johnson & Johnson says its potential HIV vaccine did not provide protection against the virus in a study of 2,600 young women in sub-Saharan Africa. Only about 25% successful, so J&J plans to end the study. But researchers will continue a separate late-stage trial involving a different makeup of the vaccine in men and transgender people. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, for the best oldies on the radio.
I always have my music on.
Carroll Buckley.
I can't go a day without it.